I know you're crying.
While sitting peacefully, a dining chair suddenly slid toward her with eerie force. The unexpected movement sent a wave of fear through Aisha's body. She had never dabbled in anything related to ghosts or paranormal activity, never visited haunted places or tried contacting spirits, so she had no clue why something supernatural would target her. This unexplained moment left her shaken and full of questions. And like many real-life hauntings, the reason behind it may remain a mystery forever.
By the teacher of this classroom, Mr. Simon, the instructor in question, wanted to share something creepy that he came across while looking at video recordings of his lectures. Rarely does he ever check the camera, but apparently, a student of his had complained about being bullied by a classmate. So naturally, Mr. Simon checks the camera to see what was going on between the two. But while checking, he sees a notification saying that motion was detected at 10 p.m. on October 17th. Now this was odd, considering that school was closed during this time. He checks the footage, expecting a thief or a janitor to appear. But instead, he ends up seeing something that scares the living daylights out of him. This is what he saw. Seems to notice it as it stops moving and stays pointing at the figure. But when it sees it, the figure just seemingly vanishes. The misty apparition, as Mr. Simon calls it, is no longer present throughout the footage. Or at least, that's what he thinks. Because according to viewers, the reason as to why the camera keeps on moving is because it's still picking up the supposed... As Sienna's aunt films her son, she catches something passing by in front of the camera, but it's really quick when it happens. At exactly 17 seconds into the video, a dark silhouette emerges from the left side of the screen before making its way across the room. By slowing the footage, one can see that something distinct is moving past the camera, but it's also when you slow the footage that the video gets even more creepy. Looking at the figure frame by frame, you'll notice that it has a full torso and also what looks like an arm. However, one thing is missing. Its head. Despite moving pretty fast, we can still make out what looks like a body, but nowhere in sight do we see a head. This fact alone is what spooked Sienna and her aunt upon looking closely at the clip. If no one else had been inside the room, then what was this? A definitive answer to this question has yet to be given.
Perhaps the scariest incident occurs around the 19-minute mark during Sean and Eric's investigation.
Did you feel burning for a second?
A little bit.
You don't have your phone.
No.
I don't have a light.
Smart enough to not touch it. But yeah, like I feel a little something going on.
I don't see anything right now. Now it's on 0.
4.1.
If that was not the spirit of a young boy far off in the background, it would certainly be difficult to explain otherwise. The way the boy simply stands there and holds his hands on his hips unmoving is sure to give anybody the creeps. And I can't imagine the reaction that both Sean and Eric got when reviewing the footage afterwards. Afterward, we can hear the man behind the camera start to breathe heavily as he picks up the camera and shuts it off. He then starts recording again sometime later as soon as he hears the strange noises pick up again. The noises seem to be coming from his attic this time around, which prompts him to go up there and take a look. His spine. Watch how a seemingly normal day can quickly turn into something extremely creepy.
Hello?
On screen, Marcus says that he has been experiencing strange things like this happening in his apartment ever since he found a voodoo doll in a river. Also worth noting is that the door closing wasn't the only scary thing that happened to Marcus. As you can see, a newspaper moves around on the table as soon as he goes to investigate, and a few moments later, a pumpkin and a statue fall to the ground seemingly all by themselves.